slide there. Can you see the slide? Novel?
Yes, sir.
Even again, okay. Okay, so I think I will start it right now. Okay, for today topics is the section view, or in Indonesia is gambar potongan. Yeah. So what are the learning outcomes? First is to understand the rules and procedure to draw the section view, and after that, you will be able to draw section view following the standard, according to the standard. So there are several subtopics: sectioning and section view, types of section view, and symbolic section lines, and rules in drawing section line. Okay, so we will start from sectioning and section view. So what is sectioning or potongan in Indonesia? Sectioning is the process of representing the interior feature or structure of an object. So it is used to clarify interior or hidden details on a multi-view drawing of an object, improve the visualization and clarity of the design, reveal interior features of parts, and facilitate the dimensioning of the drawing. So the intention is to clarify the drawing, especially if you want to show something inside or hidden from the outside view. So that's why we do a sectioning. Yeah. So the sectioning use a technique that is based on passing an imaginary cutting plane through a part. So virtually you cut the object. Okay, you cut the object by using what we call as an imaginary cutting plane through a part. And after that, you will remove some parts of the objects, and you will show the inner or the section plane of the object. So the section view is a multi-view technical drawing that contains spatial views of a parts which reveal interior features. So in the section view, it is basically a multi-view technical drawing. So it is like an orthographic drawings. Okay. So it means it will show you the front view or upper view, side view, something like that. Yeah. But one of the views is contains spatial view, which is reveal the interior parts of the object. Okay. So the sectioning process like this one. So at first, this show you the 3D components. Okay. So we try to cut, okay, the parts with a cutting plane. Okay, with a cutting plane. Okay. So some of the parts that is cut, as you can see here, is the cut surface. Yeah, it's like this one. Okay. And the exposed cut surface is then indicated by the section lines, or we call it in Indonesia is arsir. Yeah, arsiran. Yeah. So in English, is section lines. Okay. So this show you the standard multi-view projection of an object of a component. Okay. So this show you the front view and right side view. So as we can see from this standard multi-view projection, there are certain part that is hidden, shown by, as you can see, this is the hidden lines. Okay, these are the hidden lines. Okay, these are the hidden lines. Okay, these are the hidden lines. Yeah, so it show there is some like folds, something like that, which is we cannot see directly from this view. Okay, from the side view. So next one is the multi-view projection with cutting plane line. Cutting plane line, yeah, this is the cutting plane line, okay, shown by the arrow. show you the direction of the view, yeah, and the line show you the cutting plane. Actually, this is the cutting plane, the cutting plane line. Okay, then after that you remove this part, yeah, you remove this part, yeah, and then you present the section view like this. So this is the right side section view. Okay. Okay. The cut section, yeah, of the solid part is drawn using what we call is section lines or arcel. Yeah, arcel. Yeah. This is the cut part of the component. Okay, something like that. And as you can see, previously the, let's say, like this is the holes, yeah, the holes boundaries, yeah, inside the part. Previously it is drawn using a dash line. Okay, as you can see here, dash line. But once it is revealed by the section view, so we use just a solid line like this one, okay, to show you the edges or the boundary of the hole. Okay, so this is the difference between the standard projection and the section view. Okay. Okay. So again, this show you the illustration of the cutting plane. Okay, and how we view the section. Okay, so the cutting plane arrows like this one, yeah, it points toward section being viewed. Okay, it means that the direction of the view is to the left in this case. Okay, so if the section view is like this one, so if we draw the arrow like this, it is wrong. Okay, because in this case it used, for example, the third angle projection. So it means if you put the drawing on the right, it means it is viewed from the right, okay, to the left. Okay, therefore if we draw the arrow like this, it is wrong. Okay, so it should be like this. Okay, the arrow should be like this to the left. Okay, so cutting plane line is a line defining the exact location where the component will cut into face. Okay, so this cutting plane line is like this one. Yeah, this is the cutting plane line. It shows the exact location where the component will cut. Yeah, will cut into face. Cutting plane arrow points towards section being viewed. Okay, as I already explained earlier. Okay, and then how we represent the section cutting plane lines. Okay, there are actually two types of lines, yeah, that are acceptable for cutting plane lines in multi-view drawings. Okay, the first one is an alternating long and two short dash line, like shown in line BB here. This is the first alternative of the cutting plane lines. Okay, how we represent the cutting plane lines. Okay, so alternating long and short dashes and two short dashes. Okay, so how long is the long one? It is, yeah, between 20 to 40 millimeters. But usually standard is 30 millimeters. You can choose just 30 millimeters, okay. Okay, and then the dash line is 3 millimeters. Yeah, 3 millimeters, as you can see, and the distance between lines is 1.5 millimeters. Okay. So if the drawing is quite big, so the long lines can be more than 40 millimeters. Okay. So, okay, this is the first alternative. The second one is composed of equal length dash line. So equal length of a dash line, like line CC shown here. Yeah. Let's say 6 millimeter long with interval of 1.5 millimeters, like this one. Yeah, this is the second alternative. Yeah, you may choose one of them. Okay. Okay. In the section view, visible surfaces and edges that represent a change of planes or surfaces behind the cutting plane are drawn in a section view. So like this one, if you see this section cut, yeah, like this one, you can see actually this surface there are okay how to say this is actually the meeting, yeah, the meeting line between uh, uh, two different surfaces. Okay, so in the standard multi-view projection, yeah, these edges, yeah, of the different surfaces is drawn by the dash line, hidden line, because it is hidden, yeah, from the front view. That's why we draw it as a hidden lines, okay, like using dash line. Okay, but if we cut it, yeah, the parts, yeah, like this one, then we draw the lines as a full line, yeah, like this one. Yeah, full line as a visible line. Okay, and as you can see, this one is incorrect section view. Why? Because it is actually incomplete. Yeah, it miss this line. Okay, missing this line. Why we should draw this line? Why? Because this is actually intersection, yeah, between surfaces, two different surfaces. Okay, as I mentioned here, this, let's say this is the first surface, and this one is the second surface. Yeah. So there are different surfaces here. So we have to draw the edges, yeah, the lines. Yeah. Okay. And in the section view, the edge is now visible. Okay, like this one. Previously, we cannot see this edge, okay, in the full or in the standard projection. Okay, but after we make a section and draw the section view, this edge is visible. That's why we draw this edge with a full line. Okay, seperti itu. Ya. Jadi ini edges-nya. Okay, so similar to this, the whole and this part. Okay. Yeah, and also don't forget to draw the center line, yeah, of the hole. Okay, okay, or the axis line. Okay, So again here, the hidden lines on the non-cut multi-view drawing disappear from the section view. So previously, this is the standard projection, okay. But if we make a section view, this is the section line cutting the cutting plane. Okay. Then you can see that the hidden lines is disappear. Okay, hidden line is disappeared. So actually, as you can see, this hidden line is actually showing you this one. Okay, and this hidden line, let's say this is the first and this is the second one, actually showing you this line. This is the number one. Okay, and then this hidden line, okay, actually showing you this intersection between surface. This. Okay, and this hidden line showing you this one. So number 4. Okay, and so on. Yeah, so those hidden lines disappeared, and some of them disappeared, some of them was changed into full line. Okay, so like in this case, line number 1 is changed into full line. Yeah, visible, and hidden lines number 2 is really this is disappeared. It is not shown. Okay, so because usually if we draw the section view, we do not draw hidden lines. Okay, so we don't need to draw this edge, yeah, in our section view. That's why it is disappear. Okay, so for the hidden lines number 3 and 4, it is actually changed into full line. Yeah, like this one. This is also full line, showing you the edges of the bolts. Okay, hopefully you understand. So if you have any question, please don't hesitate to tell me. Okay. Okay, I forgot that actually I already opened the untuk absen ya. I have already opened CX for manual absent, so you can check your present in the CX. Okay, I think I give it. Sorry, yeah, already passed. I give it with a limited time, but okay, maybe I will open it later. Okay, if you miss to check. Okay, sorry, I forgot to remind you about this one. Okay, next, yeah, types of section view. Okay, there are several types of section view. The first one is full section. What is a full section view? It is where the entire part or assembly is cut on a single cutting plane. Okay, so this is the single cutting plane for the entire part. Yeah. This is called full section view. Full section view. So like this one. This is called full section view. Next is the half section view. What is half section view? It means that you are only removing a quarter of an object. So the illustration is, I think it is clear like this one, shown in this figure. Okay. Yeah, for example, the direction of the side is like this one. And you cut a quarter of the parts. Yeah. So as you can see from here in this figure, this is half section. The section lines show you the cutting section of the part. This show you the hole, the void. This also show you the hole of the void. Okay, and then on the left, on the half other part, it is actually the remaining part there, like this one. So you don't need to draw the hidden lines here. Okay, because usually in section view, we do not draw the hidden lines. Okay. So this type of view is ordinarily used when the object is symmetrical, yeah, or if you only need to show a portion of a complex assembly. Usually it is done for a symmetrical object, yeah, like this one. Okay. Okay, the other type is what we call as a broken out or partial section. Okay, it is a type of sectioning that only a partial section of view is needed to expose interior shape, and it is limited by break line. Okay, so this is the break line. Yeah, the break line. This is the break line. So this kind of section is used instead of a half or full section view to save time, and a break line is drawn freehand to represent the jagged edge of the break. Okay, so you draw this break line freehand. Okay, as you can see like this. Okay, only partial section is drawn. Okay, so this is called broken out or partial section. Okay. Okay, the next type is what we call as a revolve section. What is this? Okay. A revolve section is a section that is made at a certain point in a part and revolve 90 degrees to show the cross section of the part. Yeah, for example, we have in 3D like this one. The part is like this one. So this is the cutting plane. Okay, the cutting plane. And then actually this is the cross section. Yeah, as you can see. So this cross section is revolve 90 degrees, so that it will be shown like this one. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see. So this is actually basically the section. The section view is actually the cross section of the part, and it is revolve. It is rotate 90 degrees. Okay, so that we can represent it like this one. Okay, to show the cross section. Okay. So the part can be broken to show the revolve section, or the revolve section can be superimposed on the part itself. So the next figure here show you that this part is broken. Yeah, as you can see, we split this into two parts, yeah, left and the right. Yeah, and then in the middle is the revolve section. Okay. Okay, or you can superimpose on it on the parts, like this figure. Yeah, like this figure. So you can see this is actually the cross section of the part. Okay, the cross section of the part, but we represent it as a superimpose on the part. Yeah, after we revolve 90 degree, we superimpose the cross section or the section view on the part. Okay, this is how we represent the revolve section. Whether we let's say we break the part, or we separate the part and show you the revolve section in the middle, yeah, in between the parts, yeah, or you can superimpose, okay, on the part itself. Okay, and this one show you the beam. Okay, the beam is I-beam, yeah, or apa ini ya, Z ya, seperti itu ya, I-beam. And this cross section, this is actually show you the cross section of the beam, and it is already revolve 90 degree. Okay, so the beam is basically like this one, as you can imagine. Yeah, like this one actually. Yeah. Yeah. So it can be represented like this one, the section view. Okay. So this is helpful to show the cross section at different interval of a part where the part has complex contours. Okay. And then the next one is what we call as a remove section. A remove section involves multiple cutting planes along the length of an object, with the remove section views shown adjacent to the object in a manner that is easy to communicate. So, for example, we have this kind of parts, okay, and then we, as we can see, the cross section of this part is not uniform. Yeah, not uniform, and we can show, yeah, we can show the cross section by making cutting line, yeah, to show you the cross section of each line, yeah, on that line. Okay, so this is the remove section, yeah, according to the line. Yeah. This is how you represent the cross section, yeah, of an object that varies, yeah, bervariasi, yeah, along the length. Okay, something like that. So remove section are useful for showing changes along the length of an object. Okay, each cutting line should be identified by capital letter. You can make it A, B, C, D, and so on. Okay. Okay, the next one is the offset section. Okay. An offset section is a series of straight cuts to reveal interior features of an object that cannot be sectioned using a straight cutting plane. Okay, so you can, please see this cutting plane. It is not a straight one. Yeah, it is a set of straight cut. Okay, first is like this. This is the first cut. This is the second cut. This is the third cut. This is the fifth cut. Okay, 1, 2, sorry, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 cuts. Yeah, 4 cutting plane actually at different location. Okay, so if we draw it from the upper view, the cutting line is actually like this. Okay, like this one. Yeah, that's why we call it offset section, because the cutting plane or the cutting line is not straight, not a straight line. Okay, so in 3D, the cutting is shown like here, like this one. Okay, so you can see the section part, bidang potong, yeah, from this component, yeah, as you can see. Then you represent it in section view like this one. Okay, this line do not show bends of the cutting plane. See what does it means bend? So you can see this is the cutting plane.
This is the cutting plane.
Yeah, but it changed the cutting surface. Yeah, so this is what we call the shifting, yeah, of this one. Yeah, yeah, the shifting of the cutting planes. Yeah. So what we bends mean. Ya. Jadi transisi apa namanya? Perubahan section planes-nya itu tidak ditunjukkan memang dalam section view, ya, in the section view. Okay, ya. This is another example of offset section. So this is actually the component, the parts, and we make several section views, yeah, AA, BB, and CC. Okay, and this each section is an offset section. Why? Because the section line is not a straight line. For AA, it has two cutting lines. Okay. For BB, it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay. For CC, it has 1, 2, also 3. Yeah, 3 cutting lines. So, and with yeah, different position, yeah, of the cutting lines. So we call it offset section. Okay. When we draw this section, we only draw the yeah, according to the view. Yeah. Yeah. So in this case, the view is from the right to the left. Okay. Like this one in the section AA, we do not need to draw on the right section, only the left. Yeah. To the left of the section line. Sorry, but not section line. Cutting section. Yeah, cutting plane. To the left of the cutting plane. Okay, seperti itu. Oke, apa lagi ya? Next is okay. Okay. So you can see, yeah, this line, yeah, actually correspond to this line. So it is at the same line. Yeah. So actually this one. Yeah. Okay. And then this line actually correspond with this line. Yeah. So it is actually this line. Yeah. Then this line directly correspond with this line. Yeah. So this one. Okay. Then let me see. Okay. This line it really corresponds with this line. In this case is this line. So you can see that the bending, I can say, see the bending here, it is actually not shown in the section, in the section plane. Yeah. It is as if like I say the same surface. Okay. Okay, and then this line is actually correspond with this line, and this line correspond with this line. Yeah, and so on. Yeah. So it only show you the edges or the intersection between surfaces. Okay. Line. Okay, and this one is correspond with this one, and so on. Yeah. But you still can see there is a hidden line here, but actually it is not necessary. Yeah, this one is not necessary. This actually optional. You don't need to draw the hidden lines here. You only need to draw just the surface that that you can see. Yeah, yeah, that you can see directly. Yeah, from the cutting plane. Okay. Ya, seperti itu. Okay, and then next is okay. Okay, this is the multi-view projection, the standard multi-view projection. As you can see that there are hidden lines here, hidden lines shown by the dashed line. Yeah, because we cannot see actually the holes, yeah, from this view. And then we draw the offset section like this one. Yeah, you can see the hidden lines is transformed into full line. Yeah, yeah, because yeah, this line actually showing you the intersection between the different surfaces. Okay, it show you the holes actually. Yeah, so and the bending line, what we call the bending line here, we do not show the bending line in the section view. Yeah, so we don't need to draw the, how to say, this bending line. We call it bending line. Yeah, the transition or the shifting between the section plane. This is the section plane, this another section plane. This is the first section plane, this is the second one, this is the third section plane. Okay, the shifting between section plane. We don't need to draw, yeah, the transition between section plane in the offset section. Okay. Ada pertanyaan nggak? Is there any question so far? Ada yang mau bertanya nggak? Silakan. Nggak ada? Oke ya, kita lanjut ya. The next one, yeah, the other type of section view is align section. Yeah, an aligned section view is essentially a special case of an offset sectional view. So it is actually special case of offset section. The cutting plane line is at an angle to show characteristic of non-aligned features, like this one. Yeah. So if the section line is drawn like this one, it will be confusing. Yeah, quite confusing. Yeah, it will be more clearer. Yeah, if the cutting line is like this one, cutting section, cutting plane. I mean, is like this one. It will give you more clearer view, yeah, of the parts, yeah, the inner part. But we should note that it is actually not a true projection, because if we draw like this one, yeah, the section view of this line section, it will appear taller than the actual object. So you can see this is actually the aligned section. So you can see it is taller, yeah, taller than the actual object. Why? Why? Yeah, because as you can see, it actually consists of two section plane. Yeah, the upper one is for this section plane. Let's say the first section plane for the upper one. For the lower one, it is actually showing you the second section plane. Okay, that's why it in the section view it will appear longer or taller than the actual one. Yeah, because it is not the true projection. And in the true projection, the length will be like this. Yeah, but this one is longer than. Okay, this type of sectional view is often used with cylindrical object with one plane of symmetry. Yeah, we usually draw the line section view for the cylindrical object. Yeah, like this one, with one plane of symmetry. Okay. Okay, then we come to the last section of our lecture today, is the symbolic section lines and roles in drawing section lines. Okay, what is section lines? Section lines are arsiran kalau bahasa Indonesia-nya. Section lines that represent the cut surface usually consist of thin parallel lines. Yeah, so when you draw section lines or arsiran, you should draw it with thin lines. Okay, and then it should be drawn at an angle of approximately 55 degrees to the principal edges or axis of the part. And it should be evenly spaced between 1.5 to 3 millimeter or more, depending on the size of the drawing and of the equal thickness. So you can use your 0.35 millimeter pencil. Okay, and it should be thinner than the visible lines. So you have to make sure that in your drawing, the section lines or arsiran, it should be thinner, lebih tipis ya dari garis nyata, visible lines. Okay. For most purposes, the general use symbol of cast iron is used when it is designed to indicate differences in materials. Yeah, for example, on assembly drawing involving a variety of materials, other symbolic section lines may be used. So generally we use, because for different material type, we have different pattern, yeah, for the section lines. Okay. These are the symbolic section lines for different type of materials. Number one is for the cast iron or for general use for all materials. Yeah, number two is for steel, number three is for bronze, and so on. Okay, but for general use, we use this one for the cast iron. Okay. Okay, now we're going to the rules in drawing section lines. First, the section lines are drawn at an angle of approximately 45 degrees to the principal edges or axis of the part, and should not run. I would like to emphasize this one. Should not run parallel or perpendicular to the visible outline. Okay, so you can see like this one. The section line is drawn, almost 45 degrees, to the edges, to the principal edges, and do not parallel or perpendicular to the outlines. So this is the correct representation of the section lines, and this one is incorrect. Why? Because as you can see, this section line is parallel, parallel to the edges, or this one is perpendicular to the edges, so it is wrong. The correct one is like this one. But sir, how if, for example, the edges is exactly 45 degrees? How do we make the section lines? So actually 45 degrees actually not on the horizontal axis or vertical axis, but so if, for example, like this one, let's say this rectangular, okay, this object is 45 degree, so the section lines should be drawn 45 degree with regard to the edges. Let's say this is 45 degree, only 45, seperti itu. Okay, not necessarily always 45 degree with the horizontal or vertical axis, for example. No. Okay. Second, in all section of a single component, section lines should be similar in direction and spacing. So actually this show you a shaft, for example, shaft. Not necessarily a shaft, but a tube, let's say the tube, tabung. So this part and this part is actually the same component. That's why we draw the section lines similarly in direction and spacing. But this one is actually different part with the tube. That's why the section line is drawn in different direction. So for the adjacent part, it should be you have to draw the section line so that we can easily indicate that it is actually a different parts. Because if you, for example, you draw the section lines with the same direction, so it is difficult for the viewer to indicate that it is actually different parts. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean. Jadi ketika arsirannya itu sama begitu untuk parts yang berdekatan, bersebelahan, itu kita jadi sulit untuk mengidentifikasi bahwa itu adalah dua parts yang berbeda. Oke. Jadi ketika untuk itu kalau misalnya ada parts yang berdekatan, maka arsirannya arahnya harus berbeda antara dua parts itu supaya kita bisa mudah membedakan bahwa ini adalah dua parts yang berbeda. Oke. Baik. Third one. For offset section, the section lines can be drawn similarly or with small shift. Like this one. Actually, if you draw this similarly, it is okay. No problem. Yeah, with the same line. It is okay. But you can also make a small shift so that it is easier for the viewer to indicate that it is actually different section. Ya, different section plane. Bidang yang berbeda. Gitu ya. Oke. Jadi bagian ini menunjukkan sebenarnya section plane ini. Bagian ini menunjukkan section plane yang ini. Oke. Seperti itu. Oke, the fourth rules. Avoid placing dimensions or notes within the section lines area. However, where the insertion of dimension or lettering in the section area is unavoidable, omit the section lines in the area of the notes. Ya. Jadi baiknya dihindari menulis dimensi atau catatan pada bidang potong. Ya. Tapi jika tidak mungkin dihindari, maka pada bagian yang diberikan dimensi atau notes tersebut harus dikosongkan dari section lines, dari arsiran. Nah, ini salah nih kayak gini ya. Jadi catatannya itu kecoret-coret ke arsir gitu. Nah, ini harus kosong. Jadi nggak boleh dia kecoret-coret ya begini, dia nggak boleh. Oke. Okay. Next. The section lines should not be drawn for cylindrical components, such as shaft, pen, nut, key, or rivet, unless the cutting lines are perpendicular to the longitudinal axis of the component. So as you can see here, there are several rivet. Yeah, you can see rivet. Let's say it is a rivet. And this one is a shaft. This is shaft. So you can see that we do not draw section lines on shaft, rivet, key, nut, so on. Ya, jadi kita nggak gambar arsiran pada shaft ya, atau rivet atau baut begitu. Enggak. Khususnya jika cutting line-nya itu paralel ya dengan sumbu rivetnya atau sumbu shaft-nya begitu. Ya. Seperti itu. Nah, ini contohnya nih yang key ya. Ini kita nggak gambar potongannya. Ya. Kecuali kalau bidang potongnya or cutting planes-nya itu perpendicular terhadap longitudinal axis. Ya. Jadi misalnya cutting plane itu begini nih cutting plane nih. Misalnya begini cutting plane nih. Nah, ini kan memotong si shaft-nya perpendicular. Nah, barulah nanti harus digambar itu cross section-nya gitu. Oke. Tapi kalau bidangnya longitudinal atau paralel terhadap sumbu shaft-nya ya, atau sumbu rivetnya, kita nggak gambar section lines, kita nggak gambar arsiran. Oke ya. Next ya, in a single component, section lines should be similar in direction and spacing. Jadi kalau ini nih salah nih. Kenapa salah? Karena ini dan ini sebenarnya adalah komponen yang sama dari bagian dari dinding dari sebuah tabung. Ya. Part of a tube. Okay. That's why we should draw it the section lines atau arsiran seperti ini. Harus sama arahnya gitu ya. Spacingnya juga sama. Jadi ini menandakan ini dan ini itu adalah actually the same parts ya. The same components. Okay. Then number 7. Okay, section lines should be suitably spaced in relation to the size of the area covered. And for large areas, it is recommended that section lines be shown only along the edges. So if, for example, the drawing is, or the component is quite big, quite large, yeah. So we do not need to draw section lines covering all the area. Ya, nggak ada gunanya, ya. Ngabis-ngabisin waktu, ya. So it is recommended that section lines be shown only along the edges. Jadi hanya bagian ininya saja. Ya. Kalau areanya besar, ya, seperti itu. Jadi nggak perlu digambar mengcover seluruh area, nggak perlu. Oke. Number 8. Okay. Thin wall sections such as ribs, webs, spokes, gill teeth, and other thin features are not section line with the cutting planes pass parallel to the features. Adding section line to this feature would give the false impression that the part is thicker than it really is. In the figure, you can see cutting planes that pass parallel to and through the web, like this one. Ya, ini kita ada web, ada komponen. Ini web itu yang mana? Ini web itu yang ini nih, bagian yang ini nih web. Ya, ini web. Ya, jadi ini adalah tampak depannya istilahnya. Ya. Front view of the component. And this one is the web. Ya, the web. Oke. Nah, ceritanya kita ingin membuat section plane AA, AA section plane. Ya. As you can see, the section line is crossing and dividing the web. Yeah, it slices the web. Okay, but as mentioned here, we do not draw section lines on thin wall section like web. That's why the web is still appear like this. Kita nggak kasih arsiran di sini, di web ini, tetap seperti ini. Gitu. Jadi the correct representation of the section view is this one, yeah, A. So we do not draw section lines on web in this case. But ya, misalnya Anda menggambar section BB ya. Nah, ini kita tetap gambar webnya. Apa? Ini kan webnya ya. Ini kan web nih. Ini webnya ya. Kita tetap gambar arsirannya di sini. Karena section plane-nya itu perpendicular ya. Perpendicular to the web. Tapi kalau yang AA ini section plane-nya itu paralel dengan webnya. Jadi kita nggak gambar arsirannya. Gitu ya. Nah, makanya kalau yang ini incorrect. Salah. Baik, that's all. Ada pertanyaan, silakan. Silakan ada pertanyaan, semangat. Ini by the way sudah ngisi absen belum? Sudah ya? Iya, 4. Kita ini ada berapa orang sih? Nggak tahu, 54. Ada yang belum ngisi absen? Yang di sini.
Saya belum, Pak.
Oke, ini saya buka berapa ya? 5 menit ya. Jangan tinggalan ya. Saya buka 5 menit ya sampai jam 9. Silakan dicoba di absen lagi ya. Silakan. Bagi yang belum absen, silakan absen sekarang. Oke, baik. Ada pertanyaan nggak? Silakan. Oke, Aubrey. Silakan, Aubrey.
Permisi Pak, ini kalau presentasi ini PPT-nya belum dikirim ya Pak di Edunex?
Belum. 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 Biasanya saya nanti setelah presentasi ya. Gitu. Mana ada pertanyaan nggak terkait dengan ini kuliah ini? Oke, saya akan coba ini ya, tampilkan PR-nya ya. Bukan PR, kuisnya. Oke, supaya Anda bisa mengerjakan. Ya. Apakah sudah terlihat ya? Sudah belum?
Pak, ini yang digambar hanya section view-nya doang.
Section view-nya saja yang BB.
Jadi part seluruhnya ini nggak usah digambar.
Nggak usah. Makanya saya bilang nih 15 menit bisa selesai. Nggak usah. Apa udah tampil belum? Udah tampil ya? Udah kelihatan ya ini ya gambarnya ya. Apakah sudah terlihat? Sudah ya harusnya ya?
Udah, Pak.
Udah ya. Oke. Oke. Ini jadi ada sebuah parts yang ditampilkan dengan tampak depan dan tampak samping ya. Samping kiri ya, tampak depan dan tampak samping kiri. Nah, sebenarnya di kuis kali ini Anda diminta menggambar gambar potongan BB. Jadi kan ada A dan BB, tadinya saya pikir oh A dan BB ini gambar, tapi kayaknya waktunya terbatas, saya ubah jadi hanya BB saja. Gitu. Ya.
Portrait atau landscape, Pak?
Kenapa?
Portrait atau landscape?
Ini baiknya sih landscape ya. Baiknya gambar landscape ya. Jadi ini adalah cutting lines-nya. Oke. Sebenarnya cutting lines ini nggak full line ya. Dia itu Anda bisa lihat dia itu ini juga salah nih gambarnya. Harusnya, as I mentioned earlier, the cutting lines should be drawn either long dash dash long or dash 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 dash. Ini salah nih gambar ini. Oke, tapi anyway, oke, lupakanlah itu kesalahan itu ya. Oke. Jadi Anda gambar ini dengan view-nya dari atas. View dari atas. Nah, ini saya ingin ngasih tambahan keterangan. Ya. Jadi, as you can see here, there is a circle here. Ini saya gambar back aja. Ini circle-nya ini diameternya 10. Lalu kemudian di sini ada circle yang kedua nih. Ya. Nah, ini diameternya 18. Oke. Oke ya. 18. Nah, sebenarnya 18 itu mengacu pada ini, diameter ini. Dan yang 10 itu mengacu pada diameter ini. Gitu. Oke. Jadi sebenarnya kalau Anda perhatikan ya, ini kalau kita gambarkan ini ya. Ini. Ya. Oke.
Bapak,
Ya,
deadline untuk kuisnya tetap diundurkan.
bisa kan dikerjakan sekarang kan?
Pak, soalnya sebenarnya ada yang masih perjalanan ke Nangor kan. Jadi mungkin mereka nggak bisa kerjain sekarang gitu.
Jadi yang bisa kerjakan sekarang. Ya.
Maaf, Pak, itu tadi saya nge-lag. Ini yang tadi Bapak merahin itu artinya apa? Maaf.
Ini menunjukkan lubang.
Ya.
Ya, lubang ini. Jadi ada dua apa istilahnya ya? Dua lubang ya, dua lingkaran ya. Yang pertama lingkarannya diameternya 10. Yang kedua lingkarannya diameternya 18. Itu saya mau nunjukin itu. Jadi yang 18 itu yang ini. Ya. Sedangkan yang 10 itu yang ini. Paham ya? Gitu. Mudah-mudahan bisa terbayang apa namanya ininya apa 3D-nya ya di kepala Anda gitu ya, bisa bayangkan gitu.
Maaf Pak, jadi yang
Mhm.
rip yang 10 mm itu berarti nggak usah digambar kan, berarti nggak di lines.
Gimana maksudnya?
Rip
Yang
yang di tengah, yang diameter, yang panjang, yang lebarnya 10 mm itu nggak usah digambar. Nggak di section line.
yang ini, sorry, yang ini maksud Anda?
Iya,
Iya betul, karena itu adalah web, ya betul, good. Jadi bukan nggak digambar, tidak diarsir, ya. Yang webnya itu tidak diarsir, benar, ya. Ya ini kuncinya, good, bagus. Ya, jadi ini webnya ini kan karena tampak dari sini ya, dan bidang potongnya ini dia paralel terhadap webnya, maka dia tidak diarsir, gitu. Oke,
Pak,
baik, ya.
itu em, yang lingkaran yang diameter 10 sama diameter 18 kedalamannya berapa ya?
Anda bisa lihat di sini kan ya. Sebentar. Eh, ini 21 ini kan berarti ininya ya, tebal totalnya ya. Lalu, nah ini 10 nih. 10 nih. Jadi ininya 10 nih. Ya,
Oke Pak, makasih Pak.
ya. Paham ya kira-kira ya. Maka siapa yang mau tanya lagi? Mangga, yang belum clear ya. Jadi ini saya memang harus ngejelasin karena kalian belum diajarin masalah yang dimensi ini nih kayak gini. 3 cross ini diameter 10 ini maksudnya ada 3 lubang. Ya, lubangnya ini sampai ini. Ya, ini 18 kali 10. Ini maksudnya ininya 10, diameternya 18. Kedalamannya 10, depth-nya 10, diameternya 18. Oke? Oke, bagus. Tadi udah bisa identifikasi ya. Ininya apa? Masalahnya ya. Ada lagi yang mau bertanya? Silakan.
Eh, Pak, itu aku agak bingung yang untuk lingkaran besar yang di tengah-tengah itu, Pak.
Oke, heeh.
Jadi
Ya.
itu kayak yang dialis berarti yang mana? Itu kan ada bagian yang antara diameter 38 sama 33 sama antara
Ya.
diameter 33 dan 25. Itu
Ya.
nanti yang dialis yang di bagian mana? Soalnya kalau aku mikir
Oke.
ini dialis dua-duanya nanti dikira kan mirip kayak satu blok rumah sama diameter
Oke.
gitu. Padahal tidak
Oke,
juga.
baik. Good, bagus. Ya. Jadi ini void nih. Sebentar, biar nggak bingung. Yang apa ya? Saya gambar ke warna lain aja bentar. Yang ini nih, bagian yang ini nih, itu kosong.
Nggak usah dihasil.
Itu kosong. Itu void.
Hmm.
Itu lubang. Oke?
Oke.
Oke. Nah, kemudian, nih saya gambar lagi yang lain. Bagian yang ini apa tuh? Siapa tuh? Yang ini nanti tuh sebenarnya dia busing ya. Dia tuh apa istilahnya? Cangkang yang berbeda dengan yang ini, dengan yang di luarnya. Ya. Karena itu nanti ini adalah 2 parts yang berbeda. Jadi Anda nanti gambarkan arsirannya itu berbeda antara yang biru dengan yang merah ini. Itu istilah tadi yang kayak adjacent line yang tadi, adjacent part ya. Jadi arah arah arsirannya harus berbeda gitu. Nah, tapi nanti ketika Anda bandingkan arsiran yang sama-sama merah, misalnya yang ini sama yang ini, bukan biru ya, sorry. Ya. Bagian yang ini dengan yang ini arsirannya harus sama karena itu part yang sama. Nah, sedangkan nanti yang biru, misalnya yang bagian luarnya, yang ini dengan yang ini, itu juga part yang sama. Yang sama-sama biru itu adalah part yang sama, nanti arsirannya juga harusnya sama. Mudah-mudahan ngerti ya. Jadi kalau misalnya saya gambarkan nih, misalnya ya, misalnya nih, ininya nih, ini lubangnya, sultannya terlalu kecil, terlalu besar. Nah, ini nanti misalkan yang ini begini, yang ini kebalikannya misalnya. Ya. Kemudian yang ini sama dengan yang, kemudian yang ini kebalikannya. Sama dengan yang bagian luarnya itu. Gitu kira-kira. Paham ya? Jadi yang ini dengan yang ini, itu karena komponennya adalah komponen yang sama, maka dia arsirannya sama arahnya. Kemudian yang ini dengan yang ini, karena dia itu adalah sama ya, ini juga arsirannya sama. Begitu kira-kira. Bisa di ini ya, bisa dibayangkan ya. Oke. Baik, ada lagi yang mau di Nah, ini yang di luar nih R16 ya. Ini radius 16. Jadi practically untuk menggambar ini Anda hanya butuh penggaris ya. Harusnya ya. Nggak butuh ini. Gimana?
Pak, itu panjang dari kanan ke kirinya berapa sih, Pak?
Ini kan ada ya. Sebentar, ini saya hapus dulu. Ini kan udah kacau nih. Bentar, saya hapus dulu nih. Saya juga nggak begitu kelihatan nih. Bentar, hapus dulu. Panjang kanan ke kiri. Ini, sini ada nih kan. Ini 56. Nanti plus 16 nih kan berarti. Plus 16.
Oke, Pak.
Benar ya? Ini kan? Oke. Ada lagi pertanyaan? Silakan. Ini nanti thickness ininya 21 ya. Anda bisa lihat nih kan. Thickness dari plate-nya itu. Kemudian dari bushingnya itu 75 totalnya. Ya, jadi dari sini Anda 75 mili itu. 70 mili 7,5 senti. Nggak sulit ya harusnya ya penolakannya. Ketika nanti Anda menggambar webnya ya, ini Anda bisa tahu jaraknya kan. Ini panjang webnya berapa. Ini panjang webnya ini 32, tingginya, lebarnya Anda bisa hitung dari sini nih. Dari sini, dari informasi ini nih. Ini 38, ini radius terluarnya adalah 38. Bukan 38. 19 ya. Radiusnya 19. Maka ini 19. Nih. Dari sini ke sini, Anda bisa hitung nih kan, ini 19 juga. Gitu. Kan? Oke. Silakan, ada yang masih mau ditanyakan terkait ini? Ada? Udah cukup jelas ya? Nanti gambarnya biar akan kelihatan ya, pasti. Jadi total panjang gambar Anda itu 16 per 56 plus 56 plus 16. Totalnya tuh. Makanya saya minta Anda gambarnya landscape. Ya, landscape.
Pak, itu kan kayak ada lengkungan ketika silinder yang besar itu bertemu dengan yang datar, kan Pak?
Yang silinder besar
Yang
bertemu
dengan part
yang
yang datar.
maksudnya ini lengkungan ini nih,
Iya,
fillet. Ya. Kenapa?
itu berapa Pak ukurannya? Kan saya.
Nggak perlu Anda gambar kan filletnya?
Oh, fillet. Oke, baik.
Karena kan Anda hanya menggambar dari sini. Nggak ada fillet di situ. Kecuali ya,
Oke, baik.
kecuali yang webnya nggak usah lah itu. Ya. Oke ya. Webnya Anda boleh gambar segitiga aja boleh webnya itu ya. Jadi nanti apa namanya? Ya, misal seperti ini, misalnya begitu boleh aja gitu ya. Ya, nanti ada gambar aja situ. Oke ya. Oke, baik. Ada pertanyaan lagi yang lain? Oke, baik ya. Kalau nggak ada, saya cukupkan ya. I will finish this lecture. So please try your best ya and submit the quiz before 10 o'clock. Yeah. And if you have any difficulties, you can directly contact me through a chat, yeah, MS chat. Okay, MS Team. You can use MS Team and contact me through the chat. Okay. So I think, yeah, I hope you can finish this one. Yeah, because you only need the ruler. I think you don't need to use any other tools. You just ruler, pen, yeah, pencil, yeah, and piece of paper. Oke, ada pertanyaan lagi nggak? Nggak ada ya? Kalau nggak ada, saya cukupkan ya. Kalau gitu, thank you for your attention. Ya, yeah, hopefully you can finish the quiz and you can get the knowledge on how to draw a section view. Okay, so I will upload the lecture materials later in the Edunex, so that you can download and also read later. Okay, and I also record this online class, and I will upload also this online class in the Edunex, the recording in the Edunex. Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. See you again next week in Jatinangor. Okay, bye bye. See you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.